Melissa Gray pulled her silk shawl tighter as violin music filled the wedding pavilion. Night air mixed champagne bubbles with rose perfume. Her heels clicked marble. Alone. Again. Ever felt watched at a celebration? Drop a comment. String lights glowed gold. A napkin skipped across empty dance floor. 9:32 p.m. 2 texts from mom already. 26 years old and still on a leash. That morning. Which table are you sitting at? Who you talk to? Wine only. Nothing stronger. Suffocating. The photography gig was supposed to mean freedom. Her booking. Her rate. Her money. But freedom came with surveillance. A waiter passed. Mom's voice played on repeat. Don't trust strangers. Stay visible. Text every hour. New York could have been hers. Parsons. Scholarship. Brooklyn apartment. All abandoned because mom begged her to stay. For years gone. For what? Wind picked up. Band stopped. Crickets replaced melody. Footsteps behind her. Heavy. Purposeful. Closer. Pulse hammering now. Her clutch slipped. Content scattered. Lipstick, keys, phone. She bent down. Shadow consumed the light. The man above her wore pinstripe. Silver-streaked hair. Presence that bent space itself. Eyes locked on hers. Cold fire. Never seen him before. So why that look? Like he owned every secret she carried? He stepped in. Lifted her chin. Firm. Practiced. Lean close. You're in danger. Pretend I'm your dad. Around them. Music. Laughter. Celebration. Inside Melissa. Everything shattered. Would you trust him? Run? Scream? Tell me in the comments. Some say she should have fought back. Because here's what we don't see coming in moments like this. The truth hiding behind familiar faces. The lies wrapped in protection. Don't miss what happens next. Hit subscribe. You've been watching 3 weeks. And he wasn't alone. Melissa stood frozen as the man straightened his tie and walked away. Disappeared into the crowd like smoke. Her hands shook picking up her scattered belongings. Phone screen cracked. Lipstick crushed under someone's heel. What has happened? She scanned the pavilion. Couples danced. Waiters served dessert. Everything normal. Everything wrong. A figure stood near the garden entrance. Dark suit. Arms crossed. Staring directly at her. Not the silver-haired man. Someone else. Melissa's chest tightened. She grabbed her camera bag and headed for the parking lot. Gravel crunched under her heels. Too loud. Too exposed. The man from the garden moved. Followed. She walked faster. Her car sat 3 rows back, buried between SUVs. Keys jingled in her trembling fingers. Footsteps behind her quickened. Melissa broke into a run. Heels stabbing gravel. Breath coming in gasps. She reached her Civic. Fumbled the key fob. Door unlocked with a beep that echoed through empty rows. She threw herself inside. Locked the doors. Started the engine. The man stood 10 feet away. Hands in pockets. Watching. Not moving. Not approaching. Just watching. Melissa reversed too fast. Tires squealed. She didn't care. In her rearview mirror, the man pulled out his phone. Made a call. And smiled. Have you ever driven home, knowing someone's tracking your every move? That's terror you can't explain. Melissa's phone buzzed. Unknown number. The text read, "We know where you live." Melissa's apartment door flew open before she finished knocking. Her mother stood there, pale, trembling, eyes wild with something beyond fear. "Where were you?" Her voice cracked. "I've been calling for an hour." "Mom, I'm fine. The wedding ran." "You're not fine." Her mother grabbed Melissa's wrist, pulled her inside, slammed the door, double-locked it. Chain engaged. Melissa yanked her arm free. "What is wrong with you?" Her mother paced the small living room, hands in her hair, muttering words Melissa couldn't catch. "Mom, look at me." Linda Gray stopped, turned, and Melissa saw something she'd never seen before. Pure terror. "Who did you talk to tonight?" Her mother's voice barely a whisper. "No one. Just guests. I was working." "Did anyone approach you? Anyone you didn't recognize?" Melissa's pulse spiked. The man in pinstripe. The whispered warning. The follower in the parking lot. There was a man. Her mother's knees buckled. She caught herself on the couch, breathing too fast, too shallow. "Mom." Melissa rushed to her side. Her mother's hands were ice. "What did he look like?" Linda gasped. "Silver hair. Expensive suit. He said I was in danger. He told me to pretend." Her mother's scream cut through the apartment. Raw. Animalistic. The sound of something breaking that could never be fixed. Melissa stumbled back. What is happening? Her mother looked up, tears streaming, voice hollow. He found you. 2 words that changed everything. Comment below, would you demand the truth or run? Because what Melissa didn't know was that her mother had been hiding from this moment for 26 years. 3 days of silence. Her mother refused to explain, refused to leave the apartment, refused to say his name. Melissa tried everything. Questions, demands, tears. Nothing worked. Then Tuesday morning, someone knocked. 3 sharp raps that felt like gunshots. Her mother froze at the kitchen table, coffee mug halfway to her lips. Don't answer it, she whispered. Melissa ignored her, walked to the door, checked the peephole. The man in pinstripes stood there. Same silver hair, same cold certainty. I know you're watching, he said through the door. We need to talk, Melissa. How'd he know her name? Her mother appeared behind her, grabbed her shoulder. Don't. Melissa unlocked the door. The man stepped inside, filled the narrow entryway. His presence swallowed oxygen. Linda. He nodded toward her mother. It's been a long time. Her mother backed against the wall, silent, defeated. My name is Leo Luca. His voice smooth, controlled. And I made your mother a promise 26 years ago. Melissa's stomach dropped. What promise? That I'd protect you. He turned those cold eyes on her, even from herself. Her mother's voice cracked. You have no right. Rafael Moretti is in the city. Olio's words landed like bombs. He knows about Melissa. He's been watching her for weeks. The name hit her mother like a physical blow. No, Linda whispered. No, he can't. He sent men to the wedding. Olio's gaze stayed locked on Melissa. They were there to take you. Melissa's vision blurred. The follower in the parking lot. The text message. What? Her voice barely held. Why would anyone want to take me? Olio stepped closer. His voice dropped. Because your mother stole something that belongs to him, and he believes you're the key to getting it back. Would you believe him? Or call the police? Subscribe. You won't believe what's hidden under Melissa's childhood home. Because some debts don't die. They just wait. Melissa stood in her childhood bedroom. Floorboards creaked under her weight. Dust motes swirled in afternoon light. Her mother sat downstairs, silent, broken. Olio's words played on repeat. Your mother stole something. Melissa dropped to her knees, ran her hands along the hardwood. Looking for what? She didn't know. Then she felt it. A board that moved wrong. Too loose. Too deliberate. She pried it up with her keys. Beneath, a metal box. Rusted hinges. No lock. Her pulse thundered. Inside, documents. Photographs. A leather journal with water-stained pages. Melissa lifted the first photo. Her mother, 20 years younger, standing beside a man Melissa didn't recognize. Handsome. Dark hair. Expensive watch. She flipped it over. Handwriting on the back. Raphael. 1999. Her breath caught. The journal fell open to a marked page. Her mother's handwriting. Frantic. Desperate. He'll kill me if he finds out what I took. I had no choice. Melissa can never know. She can never know who her father really was. The room tilted. Father. Melissa flipped through more photos. Her mother and Raphael. Always together. Always smiling. Until the last photo. Her mother holding a newborn. Hospital bracelet visible. Date, April 12, 2000. Melissa's birthday. On the back, my daughter. My escape. My only hope. Footsteps on the stairs. Her mother appeared in the doorway. Saw the box. Saw the photos. All color drained from her face. You weren't supposed to find that. Melissa stood. Hands shaking. Voice ice. Who is Rafael Moretti? Her mother's lips trembled. Your father. 2 words that destroyed every truth Melissa had ever known. Tell me in the comments. Would you forgive her? Because we're about to discover what she stole, and why men are willing to kill for it. Melissa couldn't breathe. Couldn't think. Couldn't process the words her mother just spoke. That's impossible. Her voice hollow. You told me my father died before I was born. Her mother stepped into the room. Hands raised like approaching a wounded animal. Melissa. Don't. Melissa backed away. Don't come near me. I had to lie. I had to protect you. From what? From knowing who I am. Her mother's face crumpled. From knowing what you come from. Melissa threw the journal at her feet. Tell me everything. Now. Linda sank onto the bed, shoulders shaking. When she finally spoke, her voice was barely audible. I met Raphael when I was 22. He was older, powerful, dangerous in ways I didn't understand until it was too late. What was he? Her mother's hands twisted together. Part of an organization. A family. The kind you don't leave alive. The Mafia. The word hung in the air like poison. Her mother nodded. I got pregnant. I thought it would change things. That he'd leave that life. But he only got worse. More violent. More controlling. Melissa felt sick. So you ran. I took something first. Something he valued more than his own life. Something that would guarantee he'd never stop looking for me. What did you take? Her mother looked up. Eyes red. Voice breaking. I can't say his name out loud. Not in this house. Not anywhere. If I do. The window exploded. Glass shattered across the floor. Something metal clattered near Melissa's feet. A bullet. Her mother screamed. Melissa dove for cover. Hard in her throat. Another shot. Wood splintered from the doorframe. Someone was shooting at them. From across the street. Have you ever been seconds from death? Drop a comment. Because Moretti just sent his message. And it's written in gunfire. Police came. Took statements. Found shell casings across the street. No witnesses. No cameras. Nothing. Probably gang-related. One officer said. Wrong place, wrong time. They left at midnight. Melissa and her mother sat in the dark. Too afraid to turn on lights. Too shaken to speak. Then Leo appeared. No knock. No warning. Just there. Standing in the doorway like he owned the space. Pack your things, he said. You can't stay here. Her mother didn't argue. Started throwing clothes in a duffel bag with trembling hands. Melissa stood frozen. How did you get in? Your locks are useless. Leo's eyes scanned the street through broken windows. You have 5 minutes before his men come back to finish the job. Why are you helping us? He turned, looked at her with something almost human. Because I made a promise. To who? Your mother. 26 years ago. They drove to a diner on the edge of town. Fluorescent lights. Burnt coffee. Vinyl booze cracked with age. Leo ordered nothing. Just sat across from them. Waiting. Melissa broke first. Tell me what you promised. He leaned forward. Hands clasped. Voice low. Your mother came to me pregnant. Terrified. She'd stolen something from Rafael Moretti, the most dangerous man I've ever known. She begged me to protect her. To help her disappear. Why would you help her? Because I owed her a debt. His jaw tightened. She saved my daughter's life years before. I don't forget debts. So you hit us. I gave her new identities. New city. New life. And I swore a blood oath that I'd protect you if Moretti ever found you. Melissa's chest ached. What's a blood oath? Leo rolled up his sleeve. A scar ran across his forearm. Deep. Deliberate. It means I'd rather die than break my word. Her mother sobbed quietly. Melissa stared at the scar. At this man who'd become their only shield. What did my mother steal? Leo's eyes darkened. A ledger. Names. Transactions. Proof of every crime Moretti committed for 20 years. Enough to destroy his entire empire. Subscribe now. What happens next will leave you speechless. Because that ledger is worth more than money. It's worth blood. 3 days in a motel. Peeling wallpaper. Stained carpet. Lock that barely held. Melissa couldn't sleep. Every sound a threat. Every shadow a killer. Her mother refused to talk. Stayed curled on the bed. Staring at nothing. Leo came and went. Always watching. Always listening. On the 4th morning, Melissa returned to her apartment. Leo tried to stop her. You can't go back there. I need my camera equipment. My hard drives. Everything. It's not safe. I don't care. She went anyway. The apartment looked normal. Door locked. Windows intact. But something felt wrong. Melissa stepped inside. Flipped the light switch. Nothing happened. Power out. She used her phone's flashlight. Moved through the small space. Everything untouched. Everything exactly as she'd left it. Until she reached her bedroom door. It stood open. She locked it before leaving. Heart hammering, Melissa stepped inside. Her bed. Her desk. Her camera gear. All normal. Then she saw it. Carved in her door. Deep gouges in the wood. A symbol she didn't recognize. A snake eating its own tail. Beneath it, 4 words scratched in jagged letters. You owe me blood. Melissa stumbled back. Phone slipping from her hand. She ran. Out of the apartment. Down the stairs. Into the street. Leo waited by his car. Saw her face. Knew. He left a message. Melissa nodded. Couldn't speak. Leo's jaw clenched. Show me. They went up together. He studied the symbol. Ran his fingers over the carved wood. Ouroboros, he said quietly. Moretti's signature. He used it on every contract kill. What does it mean? The cycle that never ends. Olio turned to her. He's saying he won't stop until you pay what your mother owes. With what? The ledger. With your life. Comment if you'd fight back or disappear forever. Because Moretti isn't playing games anymore. He's declaring war. And Melissa just became the battlefield. Melissa grabbed what she could. Laptop. Camera. External drives. Clothes stuffed in a backpack. Olio stood guard by the door. Eyes scanning the hallway. Hand inside his jacket. She knew what that meant. Gun. They were halfway to the parking lot when Melissa's phone buzzed. Unknown number. She almost ignored it. Then saw the attachment. A video. Against every instinct, she opened it. Her apartment. Empty. The camera angle from inside, like someone had been hiding. Watching. Then the footage jumped. Showed Melissa sleeping in her bed 3 nights ago. Close-up of her face. Peaceful. Unaware. A gloved hand reached in a frame. Stroke her hair. The video ended. Melissa dropped her phone. Bile rising in her throat. He was in my room. Her voice shattered. While I was sleeping. He touched me. Olio grabbed her shoulders. Look at me. You're alive. That's what matters. He could have killed me. But he didn't. Because he's playing with you. Trying to break you before he takes what he wants. They reached the car. Melissa's hands shook so badly she couldn't open the door. Olio did it for her. Get in. They drove in silence. 10 minutes. 20. Then Olio pulled over. Handed her his phone. Call your mother. Tell her we're coming. Melissa dialed. It rang 4 times. Her mother's voice. Shaking. Terrified. Melissa. Mom. We're on our way back to. Don't come here. Her mother sobbing now. He knows where we are. He sent. The line went dead. Olio's car roared to life. Tires screamed. They arrived at the motel in 8 minutes. The door to their room hung open. Broken frame. Splintered wood. Inside, chaos. Overturned furniture. Shattered lamp. Blood on the carpet. Her mother was gone. On the bed, a single note. Handwritten. Elegant script. You owe me what she stole. You have 48 hours. Come alone. Below that, an address. Melissa fell to her knees. Hands fisted in the stained carpet. Scream locked in her throat. Olio stood behind her. Silent. Deadly calm. We're going to get her back. Melissa looked up. Tears streaming. Voice raw. Out. By giving him exactly what he wants. Tell me, would you trade the ledger for your mother's life? Because Melissa's about to learn what loyalty costs. And Olio's about to break every rule he's lived by. The safe house sat 40 miles outside the city. Gravel driveway. High fence. Security cameras on every corner. Inside, bare walls. Concrete floors. No windows. A bunker. Olio led Melissa down a narrow hallway. Unlocked a steel door. Gestured her inside. The room held a cot. A table. Bottled water. Protein bars. And a wall covered in weapons. Melissa stared. Handguns. Knives. Tactical gear. You're going to learn to fight, Olio said. I don't know how. You'll by tomorrow. He pulled a Glock from the wall. Checked the chamber. Handed it to her. Melissa held it like it might explode. I've never. Doesn't matter. Point. Squeeze. Don't hesitate. For 6 hours, Olio drilled her. Stance. Grip. Breathing. Trigger control. Her hands ached. Her ears rang from gunfire on the range below. But she hit the target. Not perfect. Not even good. But enough. At midnight, they sat at the table. MREs for dinner. Silence heavy between them. Why are you really doing this? Melissa asked. Olio didn't look up. I told you. Blood oath. That's not enough. Not for this. He stopped eating. Met her eyes. Your mother saved my daughter when no one else would. Moretti's men had taken her. We're going to kill her to send me a message. Linda found out where they were holding her. Risked her life to tell me. And you got her back. I got her body back. His voice went cold. They'd already killed her. 8 years old. Left her in a dumpster like trash. Melissa's breath caught. I swore then that I'd repay Linda's courage. That I'd protect what she loved most. Even if it killed me. He stood. Turned away. But not before Melissa saw the grief carved into his face. Tomorrow we go to war, he said quietly. Sleep while you can. Melissa lay on the cot. Exhaustion pulling at her. But sleep wouldn't come. Because in 36 hours, she'd face the man whose blood ran in her veins. The man who wanted her dead. Her father. Would you walk into a trap to save someone you love? Comment below. Hit subscribe. What happens on that highway will haunt you. They left at dawn. 2 cars. Separate routes. Meeting point 50 miles out. Melissa drove alone, Glock in her passenger seat. Hands white-knuckled on the wheel. The highway stretched empty. Too empty. Her rearview mirror caught movement. Black SUV. 3 cars back. Melissa's pulse spiked. She accelerated. The SUV matched her speed. She called Leo. I'm being followed. Where? Highway 9. Mile marker 47. Stay on the line. I'm 2 minutes behind you. The SUV closed the gap. Rammed her bumper. Melissa's car jerked forward. She fought the wheel. They're hitting me. Leo's voice. Ice. Hold steady. Don't brake. Another hit. Harder. Her back window shattered. The SUV pulled alongside. Window rolled down. Gun barrel. Melissa swerved right. The shot missed. Took out her side mirror. Take the next exit. Leo shouted. Forest Road. Lose them in the trees. She cut across 2 lanes. Tires squealing. The SUV followed. Melissa flew down the off-ramp. Gravel road. Trees thick on both sides. Then, headlights ahead. Leo's car. Coming straight at them. At the last second, Leo swerved. Slammed into the SUV's driver's side. Thunder. Both vehicles spun. Melissa hit her brakes. Leo's car stopped sideways. Steam pouring from the hood. The SUV flipped. Rolled twice. Came to rest upside down. Silence. Melissa ran to Leo's car. He climbed out. Blood on his forehead. But alive. You okay? She nodded. Couldn't speak. Movement from the SUV. A man crawled out. Gun in hand. Leo moved faster. Pulled his weapon. Fired twice. The man dropped. Melissa stood frozen. Watching blood pool on gravel. Leo grabbed her arm. We go. Now. They ran to her car. Drove. Left the body behind. 10 minutes of silence. Then Melissa whispered, You killed him. And I'd do it again. No hesitation. Her hands shook. Blood still on them from dragging the body off the road. This is who we have to become to survive. Leo looked at her. This is war. And in war, hesitation kills you. Comment. Was Leo right to kill him? Subscribe. What Leo reveals next will shatter everything Melissa thought she knew about her father. They abandoned Melissa's car. Switched to a truck Leo had stashed in a barn. Melissa sat silent. Blood still on her hands. You did what you had to, Leo said. I watched you kill someone. And I'd do it again. They drove until sunset. Pulled over at an abandoned gas station. Leo checked his phone. Frowned. What? Melissa asked. Information about your father. He handed her the phone. Police report. Dated 30 years ago. Rafael Moretti. Age 19. Arrested for murder. Charges dropped. Witness disappeared. Below. Family tree. Her grandfather. Executed by rival family. This is who I come from, Melissa whispered. Killers. Leo turned to face her. Your bloodline doesn't define you. Your choices do. What choices do I have? The choice to fight. To survive. To be better than them. Leo's expression shifted. Softer. There's something else you need to know. What? Rafael Moretti isn't your biological father. The words didn't register. Then they hit like a bomb. What? Your mother was already pregnant when she met Rafael. She lied to him. Made him believe you were his. Melissa couldn't breathe. Then who? Thomas Gray. He died in a car accident before you were born. Your mother took Rafael's name for protection. Made him think you were his leverage. That's why she could steal the ledger and run. Everything tilted. So Rafael isn't. He's not your father. But he doesn't know that. And if he finds out, he'll kill you both for the betrayal. Melissa stared at nothing. Her entire life built on lies. Does my mother know you know? Yes. I've always known. It's why I could protect you both. Rafael thinks killing you would be killing his daughter. That hesitation kept you alive. And when he finds out the truth, Leo's jaw tightened. That hesitation disappears. Would you tell him the truth to save yourself? Comment below. Subscribe, because what's coming next will change everything. The warehouse. The trap. And the moment Melissa stops running and starts fighting back. The address on the note led to an abandoned warehouse district. Rusted metal. Broken windows. The smell of rot and gasoline. Melissa's hand shook. Glock tucked in the back of her jeans. Leo beside her. Face carved from stone. Remember the plan? He whispered. The plan. Stall. Create an opening. Get her mother out alive. Simple. Impossible. They approached the main building. door hanging off its hinges. Inside, darkness, dust thick in the air, footsteps echoing on concrete. Then lights, blinding, fluorescent. Melissa squinted. 20 men surrounded them, guns drawn, faces hard. In the center, Raphael Moretti, older than his photos, gray at the temples, lines around his eyes, but still commanding, still dangerous. Melissa, his voice smooth, almost kind. You look just like your mother. She said nothing. Harder throat. Raphael stepped closer, studied her. And you brought Olio, the man who thinks honor still means something. Olio's hand moved toward his weapon. 30 guns cocked in unison. I wouldn't, Raphael said. You're outnumbered, outgunned, and I have something you want. He gestured. 2 men dragged her mother forward. Bruised, bleeding, but alive. Mom. Linda looked up, tears streaming. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Raphael circled Melissa like a predator. Your mother stole from me. Cost me millions. Nearly destroyed my empire. Then take the ledger. Let her go. The ledger is worthless now. Its information is decades old. What I want is principle. He stopped in front of her, reached out, touched her cheek. Melissa flinched. You're my daughter, my blood, and your mother poisoned you against me. Olio stepped forward. She's not. Quiet. Raphael's voice cut like glass. I'm not talking to you. He leaned closer to Melissa. I'm going to give you a choice. Your mother dies, or Olio does. You decide. Melissa's vision blurred. No. Choose. Or I kill them both. Her mind raced. No way out. No plan. No hope. Then Olio moved. Fast. Brutal. Efficient. He grabbed the closest guard. Used him as a shield. Fired twice. Chaos exploded. Gunfire. Screaming. Bodies dropping. Melissa dove for her mother. Covered her. Olio fought like a demon. Every shot precise. Every movement calculated. But there were too many. A bullet caught his shoulder. He staggered. Another hit his leg. He went down. Raphael stood over him. Gun aimed at his head. Loyalty is weakness, Olio. You should have learned that by now. He pulled the trigger. The shot echoed forever. Would you sacrifice everything for loyalty? Tell me in the comments. Because what Melissa does next will determine who lives, who dies, and whether any of them deserve redemption. Olio's body hit concrete, blood pooling dark beneath him. Melissa screamed. Raphael turned the gun on her. Your turn. Wait. Her mother's voice. Wait. Please. Raphael paused. What could you possibly say, Linda? Her mother crawled forward. I'll tell you where the real ledger is. You destroyed it years ago. No. I made copies. Hidden. Insurance in case you found us. Raphael's eyes narrowed. Where? Let Melissa go first. Tell me where it is. Then maybe I'll let her live. Linda looked at Melissa. Love and regret warring in her eyes. Under the floorboards in our old house. 3rd bedroom. Northwest corner. Raphael gestured to 2 men. Go. Now. They left running. Silence filled the warehouse. Raphael crouched beside Linda. I actually loved you once. You don't know what love is. But I know what betrayal feels like. He stood, aimed at Linda's head. Melissa lunged. No. The gun swung toward her. But Linda moved faster. Grabbed Raphael's wrist. Twisted. The gun fired into the ceiling. Melissa ran. Not away. Toward Olio's body. His gun. Still in his hand. She grabbed it. Turned. Fired. The shot went wild. Raphael laughed. You don't have the stomach for this. Melissa steadied her grip. Remembered Olio's training. Point. Squeeze. Don't hesitate. She fired again. Center mass. Raphael staggered. Blood spreading across his chest. You shot me. You killed him. Melissa's voice steel. And you would have killed her. Raphael fell to his knees. You're my daughter. No. Melissa stepped closer. I'm not. And I never was. She told him everything. Thomas Gray. The lie. The deception. Raphael's face twisted. You're lying. Ask her. Linda met his eyes. She's right. You were never her father. Just a means to survival. Something in Raphael broke. The fury drained. All of this. For nothing. He collapsed forward. Melissa stood over him. Gun still raised. Her hands didn't shake anymore. Comment. Did Raphael deserve the truth? Subscribe. 1 chapter left. And everything changes. Raphael's men returned minutes later. Found their boss bleeding out. Found Melissa holding a gun. The lead enforcer, Victor, stopped 10 feet away. Boss. Raphael coughed. Blood on his lips. Get the medic. Victor hesitated. What about them? Raphael's eyes found Melissa. Something almost like respect flickering. Let them go. Boss. That's an order. Victor signaled. His men lowered weapons. Melissa didn't move. Didn't trust it. Her mother whispered. We have to go. Now. They lifted Leo between them. Stumbled toward the exit. Every step expecting bullets. None came. At the doorway, Melissa looked back. Raphael watched her. One hand pressed against his wound. The other raised slightly. Almost goodbye. Then Victor blocked her view. Outside. Night air. Sirens in the distance. They made it to the truck. Loaded Leo in back. His pulse weak, but steady. He's alive, her mother said. We need a hospital. No hospitals. Too many questions. Melissa started the engine. Leo has contacts. She drove 40 minutes to a veterinary clinic. Closed. Dark. Melissa pounded on the back door. A woman answered. Late 50s. Stern face. Saw Leo. Bring him in. They operated 3 hours. Removed bullets. Stitched wounds. Melissa and her mother sat in the waiting room. Silent. Exhausted. When the woman emerged, blood on her scrubs, Melissa stood. He'll live. Lost blood. Needs rest. But he'll live. Melissa's knees buckled. Relief flooding through. Her mother caught her. It's over. Finally over. But Melissa knew better. Raphael's empire didn't die with him. His men wouldn't forget. And somewhere in that warehouse, a man was either dying or planning revenge. The cycle never truly ends. But for tonight, they were alive. Raphael Moretti died 3 days later. Internal bleeding. Organ failure. Victor honored Raphael's final order. Left him alone. An uneasy truce. But held. Tell me, is survival enough? 1 chapter left. Subscribe to see how Melissa rebuilds from the ashes. 6 months later, Melissa stood in a new apartment. Different city. Different name. Different life. Boxes stacked against bare walls. Windows overlooking a park where children played. Her mother was in witness protection. Different state. They spoke once a month through encrypted channels. The separation hurt, but it kept them safe. Leo recovered slowly. Scars remained, physical and otherwise. But he was alive. He'd returned to his own life. They'd said goodbye at the clinic. Just a nod. Mutual respect. Melissa picked up her camera. First time in months. Focused on a girl pushing a swing. Mother watching nearby. Simple. Safe. Normal. She pressed the shutter. The click felt like coming home. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. Heart stopped. Then she opened it. Photo of sunset. Message. Some debts are paid in survival. Stay safe. Leo. Melissa smiled. Save the number. She wasn't naive. The past never truly disappeared. But she'd faced the worst. Survived. Emerged stronger. Her bloodline didn't define her. Her mother's lies didn't break her. Her father's sins didn't own her. She was Melissa Gray. Daughter. Survivor. Fighter. And for the first time in her life, she was free. Not because danger was gone, but because she learned to carry it without letting it carry her. She unpacked camera equipment, set up her desk, opened her laptop. New portfolio. New clients. New beginning. The cycle had ended. But her story? Just starting. Victor kept his word. Raphael's organization left her alone. The truce held. Some nights, she dreamed of the warehouse. Of gunfire and blood. Of Leo falling. But she woke up. Breathed. Chose to keep living. That was the difference. She opened her window. Let fresh air fill the apartment. Somewhere out there, her mother was building a new life too. Somewhere, Leo was doing the same. And here, in this small apartment with secondhand furniture and dreams still unpacked, Melissa was finally becoming who she was always meant to be. Not defined by fear. Not running from shadows. Just living. Comment. What would you do with a second chance? Subscribe for more stories of courage and survival. Because we all have moments that break us. The question isn't whether we fall. It's whether we choose to stand back up. Melissa did. And that made all the difference.
Thank you for watching this story to the end. If you enjoyed this story, you will surely love the next one. It's as crazier and more intriguing as you can ever imagine. So do check it out. Click on the image showing on your screen right now to watch the next one.